One of the biggest questions surrounding the Dutton Ranch Episode 9 trailer is whether Mariano Reyes has actually kidnapped Carter. The trailer never explicitly confirms it, but several scenes strongly suggest that Carter could become the centre of Mariano's plan to break Beth Dutton and Rip Wheeler before the season reaches its explosive conclusion. If this theory is correct, it would explain why Mariano appears so confident after issuing his chilling warning to Beulah, "You will send your strangers packing, or I will." While that line is clearly directed at Beth and Rip, Mariano may have already realised that confronting them head-on would be a costly mistake. Instead, targeting someone they love would give him a much greater advantage. Carter has become far more than just a ranch hand. Over the course of the series, Beth and Rip have come to see him as family. Rip has taken on the role of a father figure, teaching him how to survive ranch life while giving him the stability he never had growing up. Beth, despite her tough exterior, has also developed a deep emotional bond with Carter. Anyone who threatens him is ultimately threatening both of them. That makes Carter the perfect target. The episode 9 trailer contains several moments that have fueled this theory. Carter is noticeably absent from many of the scenes featuring Beth and Rip, while the trailer emphasizes growing panic, armed confrontations, and Mariano's increasingly aggressive actions. Although none of these shots directly show Carter being abducted, the editing seems designed to make viewers wonder whether something terrible has happened to him. The timing also makes sense. By the end of episode 8, Mariano's attention had shifted dramatically. Joaquin's desperate phone call to his estranged father brought Mariano directly into the conflict surrounding the 10-petal ranch. Up until that point, Mariano had remained largely behind the scenes, allowing Joaquin to handle the situation. But after Joaquin's plans began falling apart, Mariano decided to step in personally. Kidnapping Carter would solve several problems at once. First, it would distract Beth and Rip from investigating Mariano's criminal activities. Instead of focusing on exposing his organization, they would devote all their energy to rescuing Carter. Second, it would force Rip into a vulnerable position. Rip has never been afraid of violence, but protecting someone he considers a son is a completely different challenge. Mariano may believe that Rip will take unnecessary risks if Carter's life is on the line. Third, it would send a powerful message to everyone else at the ranch. If Mariano can reach Carter, then no one is truly safe. However, there is another possibility. The trailer may be intentionally misleading viewers. Modern television trailers often edit scenes out of order to create suspense. Carter's absence could simply be the result of clever editing rather than an actual kidnapping. It's entirely possible that he is elsewhere on the ranch, while Beth and Rip confront Mariano in a separate storyline. Even so, the emotional direction of the trailer strongly hints that something personal happens to Beth and Rip. Mariano doesn't strike us as someone who relies solely on brute force. His warning to Beulah suggests he prefers intimidation and psychological pressure before violence. Kidnapping Carter would perfectly fit that strategy. If Carter has been taken, viewers should expect Beth and Rip to react very differently. Beth is likely to use every resource available to track Mariano down. Rather than rushing into a reckless attack, she would probably investigate Mariano's business dealings, exploit his weaknesses, and dismantle his support network piece by piece. Rip, on the other hand, is unlikely to wait. His instinct would be to hunt down everyone involved until Carter is found. That combination of Beth's intelligence and Rip's relentless determination could become Mariano's greatest mistake. Ironically, kidnapping Carter could accomplish the exact opposite of what Mariano intends. Instead of forcing Beth and Rip to leave the 10-petal ranch, it could unite everyone against him. Rob, Will, Beulah, and the rest of the ranch may have their own conflicts, but protecting one of their own could become a common cause.